Welcome to another edition of Behind the Scenes for the title Godshed from Abaddon Gaming and Software, a Winona, Minnesota company. What you see on your screen here is a mini game called Agate Smash. And as you know, in the game Godshed, you go on tiles or game board pieces, and occasionally you pick up, battles. You fight battles and you loot different items. And some of those items are agates, raw agates. So if you're familiar with agates, you know that they're stones that you might find on a beach somewhere or in a cave, something like that, where they look like they're a gem of some sort. There's something special about them, but they're really raw. They're not smooth. They're not cut. They're just, you need to do a lot of work to them in order to make them into a gem, if they're even a gem. And so, similar concept here, in that you get a raw agate on your adventure, and instead of just clicking on it and then boom, it's a perfect sapphire or something like that, we have opted to put a mini game in for you as the player to have a chance at getting some cool prizes from these raw agates. And in doing that, you experience this mini game. So I'll just go through it really quickly. The graphics are not final. I'm going to put in different gems. All kinds of different stuff can apply here. As you can see here, I do have some bars of materials, different materials that are in the game. Like there's a gold bar there and there's some other stuff there. I can easily swap out images and swap out items to make this happen. So I'm just going to show you. You start with a new game. Now this will automatically be a new game once you land on an agate piece, or you loot an agate and you click on it in your inventory. So what you do now is, if you look carefully, you want to pick an agate to tap. Okay, so there's 16 squares here, and some notes on the right: avoid shatters and win treasury. So what that means is there are random images or random items in all 16 of these. Some of them are good gems, some of them are shatters. Imagine you're using a hammer and a chisel to clean up or reshape an agate, and suddenly you hit too hard and you crack the agate and it's worthless. That's kind of the idea that we're going with here. And another thing, if additional pieces of a completed match exist, no bonus is awarded. What that means is, the objective here is to match 3 agates and you win a corresponding prize below. So if you match 3 blue agates, you get this bar here. Okay? If you match 3 yellow agates, you get this bar here. Now again, later on, I'll have actual gems like a black diamond, red diamonds, jaspers, lapis lazuli, emeralds, all kinds of different gems. But what that point up there is saying is, there's 18 or 16 cards here, and if you manage to get a match with the blue bar, there might be other squares here that have blue bar. There might be 5 opportunities to click on blue bars to get this prize. You cannot get additional blue bars. It just doesn't work that way. It's not a bonus. So once you get your 3 blue bars, any additional blue bars that you click on do not give you anything other than additional money. And matches may not exist for all rewards shown. So depending on the difficulty, and again, remember real life, imagine that you find a raw agate somewhere. It's not guaranteed to be a sapphire. It's not guaranteed to be a diamond. So we're kind of using that kind of a theme here in saying that these are the common rewards possible, but you might only have 3 of the 4 in this stack. Okay, it's all random based on the territory that you're in when you found the agate. So let's go ahead and play. So I'm going to click here. Boom. Ah, that's too bad. I hit a shatter already. First tap and I hit a shatter. You can see down here the shatter box. There's 3. If you do 2 shatters, the game is over. So I got 1 shatter now, and the purple box is there. Hit another one. Okay, now I got this bar here. So you can see over here I got a bar. Hit another box, got another bar of that same one. And you also notice that money earned is growing. Whether you get all the whether you complete the board successfully without getting 2 shatters or not, you will now have that 50, gold coins, no matter what. Okay, let's play again. Oh, I got another shatter. Okay, so you see how this works? I got 50 coins. I can't click any further. It won't let me do anything else. I'm clicking. I know you can't see it, but I'm clicking everywhere. So you basically, that raw agate that you had in your inventory, you hit the use button, and it brings you to this screen, and then you play this little game. Okay. Now, if you have other raw agates in your inventory, you can use them again and play the game again. So let's just pretend that happened, and I hit new game. So just reset everything. Click here. Okay, I got a blue bar, yellow bar. I've got a shatter, yellow bar, blue bar. Okay, so I got 3 blue bars. What this means is I will leave this game, whether I get another shatter bar or not. I will not only have this 85 gold coins, but I will also leave the game with this item in my inventory. This will be a new item in my inventory as a prize. But again, okay, now here's what happened now. Now I got additional money, a couple more gold coins, and now I've got a completed yellow bar. So I will now have a blue bar and a yellow bar in my inventory. Okay, now I got this multicolored one. I will now have 3 bars going into my inventory when I leave this mini game. Okay, now I got the second shatter. So I didn't lose anything. I just cannot proceed further into the game, into the mini game. That's how it works. Thanks for watching.